welcome back to Owl003, where I am mapping the matrix one target at a time. I want you to see this video, because I've got a whiteboard session of this basically tasked around this event, okay? And I want to kind of give you guys some background of it. Okay, so here was my tasking. The remote viewer will describe and sketch the New London, Missouri incident of Katie Lent. Task or intention is to describe the subject that helped Katie and where did he go after the incident. Okay, so I'm going to show you this event that happens to this woman. Okay, she gets in like a car wreck. Now, there's a moment where all these people gather around and like pray over this woman, and you're gonna see stuff in my whiteboard session that relates to that. Now, like always, guys, I invite you to send your own remote viewers on these targets and see what you get. I'm just one guy, and I follow the data as it is. Okay. But I will say there was a heavy, like, spiritual component to this. That to me I felt was pretty interesting. So I'm going to show you the video, and then there's another thing that I do where once I've gotten enough contact with the target, I do a subconscious interview where I just basically sit down and I got all this pages of written data as it pertains to this target. Now, you may see some remote viewers doing something like this. To me, it's kind of a lazy version of, like, because you don't do any sketching or anything, but it's kind of easy to do. Once you've got enough penetration into the target, you could kind of just basically interview your subconscious mind. So I did that with this, but let's watch the video first. I'll go over the subconscious interview, which I did before my whiteboard, so this is all still blind, and then you could watch the whiteboard. So I just want you guys to have some understanding of what this is all about. So let's watch this quick video. It's only a minute long.
We turn now to a story that some say is a true miracle. A woman trapped in the wreckage of a car crash as rescue workers try in vain to free her. Like an answer to a prayer, help arrives just in time, but that is the beginning of the mystery. ABC's John Muller has the story.
This morning, a small Missouri town is looking for the man in this sketch. He's not suspected of a crime, but a miracle.
I think that this time I've actually witnessed a guardian angel at work.
Sunday morning, a drunk driver hit Katie Lenz head-on, pinning the 19-year-old in the front seat of her convertible. Her vital signs failing fast, she asked rescue crews to pray with her. That's when first responders say a man who looked like a Catholic priest seemed to appear out of nowhere, despite a 2-mile perimeter blocking the scene.
He began to pray and use the anointing oil. There was a calmness that to me seemed to come over the entire scene.
Another seemingly divine detail, firefighters say their equipment kept failing until that mystery man showed up.
The words were to remain calm, that our tools would now work. Instantaneously at that moment, our neighboring department arrived with fresh extrication tools.
Lenz was saved, but when crews turned around to thank the man, he'd vanished. This morning, Lenz is recovering in the hospital with broken legs and ribs. But some say it could have been worse, if not for that seemingly heavenly hero on the highway.
Whether it was just a priest as an angel, serving as an angel, or an actual angel that came in, he was an angel to all those and to Katie.
For Good Morning America, John Muller, ABC News, New York.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
You have this this man that shows up on the scene. There's no cars coming either direction. Like, basically comes out of nowhere. They have this prayer over this lady, and this guy shows up. He does all this stuff. So anyway, this is the story, right? So my task is to determine who he is, and whatever. Go to the target, describe the target, and then follow him back to wherever he's going. Okay. So the whiteboard is downloading. That's all HD, so that'll be a few hours. But I hope you watch this first because it'll help understand maybe what's going on. So I am communicating with the subconscious. I'm getting a sense of a strange relationship with the observer. I get an impact of a region, a regional affair. And then I get this, I don't know what this is all about, this idea of, I feel like this may be the broader perspective of why this guy maybe interfered, or maybe they're starting to interfere in things. But so anyway, I'm getting this idea of dominance, wealth, subjugation, an exit strategy associated with this, like diverting the plan. And I said, what? I'm asking my subconscious, what plan? And then I'm getting this dominance over others, like a free-for-all. So I inquire, I said, what is the telepathic component related to this target? Because I had telepathy, and what you'll see in the whiteboard session is like this. It's almost like these guys, this woman, it's almost like she was crying out for help, and this male kind of picked up on it or something. So what plan? Dominance over others like a free-for-all. I said, what is the telepathic component related to this target? A strategic development. In order to reduce forces or numbers, telepaths have been called back to serve. So I said, serve what? A dispute, finding common ground between two talkers of innovation. People here are resilient and proud. Behavioral science dictates a pattern of behavior that accelerates thought patterns to enslave us. There is an innate thought process in examining this territory of our inner nature. There is a problematic distortion in human design which dictates the outcome of an observable future. Our time, is in an age of transition that dictates an outcome beyond your capability of understanding. There is an indiscernible truth that resides within. This truth will dictate the outcome of advancement or awareness of who we are and where we came from. There is an outlook of perspective that transcends space, a template beyond our understanding, instilling wisdom and growth in cadence with our plan of development. There seems to be a change within the protocol of information that prohibits expectations to accommodate an unknown factor we have yet to contend with. There's a distribution of wealth on this planet of observable information that may or may not dictate a perceivable outcome. So I'm like, what does this have to do with this target? This is a simplified version of the anonymous distribution of wealth and anonymity. There is a scarcity of discernment and problematic situations that deals with upholding ancient laws and or tradition. The shamanic nature to this target brings joyous reform in the way of soul searching. The discretion of this information is monumental as it pertains to certain individuals who cast a very dark shadow upon this earth. Nation-states have observed the anxious arrival of harmony with their people, and their prayers have remained unanswered. So again, I get this like prophetic, spiritual component. There is a prolonged presence and disturbance within the earth that will not be withheld for much longer. Distribute this force evenly, and many will adhere. So again, I'm getting this larger spiritual component to all this. And once you see the session, it may make more sense to you. Because basically I had this guy who basically picked up on this call for help that almost felt psychic to him. And he went there and used psychic abilities or something. But anyway, so I followed him back. to like a place that really reminded me of a church. I had like candlelit areas and stuff, and so what is this guy? Is he an angel? Is he? I don't know. But from my data, he seemed super like aware, psychic, a telepath. So I don't know. Like I said, there's always a mystery or an unknown element to these targets. So by all means, remote view it. Prove me wrong or prove me right. I don't care. But this is what I got. So when it's done rendering, I'll show it to you guys. Please watch this video first. It'll probably make more sense with the whiteboard. All right? We'll catch you next time on Owl 003.